Got the best coaches in the game. We really ain't playing. We regroup up in the Slack chat where the coaches debrief. We be piecing these puzzles, occupy the chunk of the pie. Ain't no lie when we hit the block. Helmets, casket is tied. You be seeing helmet after helmet, helmet after helmet. First place, second place, fifth place, eighth place, 12th place, 15, 16, 20. So many helmets, you got blurred vision. We got too many. Tick your tech. Oh man, shit. They got us fucked up. Army, regroup. We pledge always to have that edge. We don't fire warning shots. Competition just dropped. We locked and loaded before lock. Whatever the time, yeah. Do you even correlate?
Being the best requires a willingness to outwork your competition. There's always someone smarter, faster, sharper, more naturally gifted to come around.
What up, everybody? It's your boy DFS Up North here with the very first edition of the Prop Playbook for the 2020 NFL season. Can you believe we're here? Like, if you would have asked me 6 months ago if we were going to be playing NFL in September, I would have called you crazy. But I am so excited that we have the NFL ready to roll, my most profitable sport, one of my favorite sports, and on a site that I love playing on. ThriveFantasy, the prop games they have over there are fantastic. That's what's going to be the focus of the Prop Playbook this year for the 2020 season, is looking at the prop games that they have over there. So not only do they have like the regular GPP contests that maybe you're familiar with if you've watched some of my PGA videos, which we crushed over on ThriveFantasy, but they have a prop lobby, which is very similar to like a cash game almost. And we're going to kind of break down, look at all that, break it down, talk about it. But first things first, we need to talk about some of, if you followed along on Twitter, I was talking about some of the things that you could get here. And the big thing being that you can win, if you are a brand new user to Thrive Fantasy, if you use the code DFS Up North when you subscribe or get on their site, if you use that code DFS Up North, take a screenshot and send it to me. You are entered into a contest, a random drawing for Madden 21. Xbox, PS4, PC, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I will be sending you a free copy of Madden 21 with the Madden Ultimate Team. Like, tons of fun to play on, right? But you have to be a new user to Thrive Fantasy. So if you look at when you sign up, you come here, you click sign up, and use that promotional code right here. You just type in DFS Up North. You sign up. It'll give you an option to deposit. You take a screenshot of that deposit, which kind of looks like this. Let me bring that up for you guys. And you send that to me on Twitter, right? The screenshot's going to look like this. Okay. Send that to me on my Twitter at DFS Up North, and you will be entered into that drawing to win a free copy of Madden 21. So remember the rules. You got to use code Up North. You got to deposit at least $20. Screenshot it, send it to me in my DMs at DFS Up North. I think you might have to be following me, otherwise I'll have to get your request in. But get that in. I will run a drawing for a copy of Madden 21. You have until Sunday. All right, until the games kick off on Sunday. You have a chance to enter or to sign up on Thrive, deposit $20, screenshot it, send it to me, and you have a chance to win that copy of Madden 21. I think it's $70 nowadays, which is crazy. I remember when Madden was like 40 when I was a kid. I'm thinking that was an insane price tag. So yeah, you again get in, join and it's a great opportunity to get access to Madden, right? The other thing that I'm talking about on Thrive is they have a 100% deposit match right now. 100%, up to $250. That's an insane number, all right? So if you deposit anything up to $250, so you deposit $250, they will match it up to $250. So you put $250 in 10 seconds, your account's going to have $500. Now, just like any other site, there is a rollover, right? There's a 4 times rollover. So you have to play that money 4 times before you can withdraw it. But with the contests that they have, and I tell you what, I love Thrive. They always are putting guaranteed money out there with overlay. That's fantastic for people like you and me, right? So get in on some of that sweet, sweet overlay, or just play these prop cash games, right? In that prop lobby, which we're going to talk about here in a second, that is just fantastic. And the one thing that you can do is that you can use the DFS Army projections that we have to utilize them, and now look at the props and say like, oh, well, the projections have Patrick Mahomes at 314 yards, the props over 299. Hammer that over all day, baby. So I really do. I think that I love our projections for NFL at DFS Army are fantastic, and utilizing them on the Thrive site is an easy way, in my opinion, to just roll and print that money, baby, which everybody wants. Now, maybe you're not a gamer. Maybe you're not a gamer. All right. Maybe you're not a DFS Army subscriber yet, too. All right. So if you're not a gamer and you're not a DFS Army subscriber, when you sign up on the prop or on Thrive, you use the code DFS Army instead of DFS Up North. Now you send that to Geek. You send, or ask me on Twitter how to do it. You send it into DFS Army. Now you get a free month of DFS Army VIP access. All right. So if you're not a gamer, we got something for you there. We got something for everybody, baby. And the best thing of all is that we are going to be making money on Thrive Fantasy this week. All right. Let's get in. Let's check out some of these props and let's get after it. All right. So if we take a look here on Thrive, add this to the stream. This is what their lobby looks like. All right. So they have a contest lobby. And you scroll down here. There's that sweep. Guys, like this is an NFL pod. But this PGA contest, Thursday only, this locks in 14 hours. There's only 18 people in here. Let me see. We got to look. Before we even go on, I got to look at this. Because I might have to get involved. Jordan Spieth, under 69.5. Shane Lowry, no chance he's making an eagle. Phil, the guy's crushing. 2.5 birdies? Absolutely. Streels, no. Oh. Rafa, 5.5 birdies. I'll take the under there all day. I'll take the over on Furyk. I'm going to be getting in on this PGA contest as soon as I'm done here talking about NFL. But this right here, boys and girls, is the big NFL contest for the week. The $25, $10,000 guaranteed. So let's check out some of these prize payouts. First place, $2,500. All the way back to 10th place, $100, right? Right now, there's only 55 people in here. This thing pays out all the way to 90th. That's a fantastic payout structure. You can enter this one 25 times, which, let's see. I always try to look, all right, what are we looking at here? Am I playing against the guys who are entering a bunch? Right now, the most multi-entries is this guy, C Milla KM with 10, right? So that's the other thing that's great about Thrive is that you're typically not playing against guys that are mass multi-entering, right? You have as good of a chance as anybody to win. And these are the props for this week. We're going to get into these here in a second. We're going to cross-reference them with the research station at DFS Army and take a little bit of a look at, see like where we can find an edge on some of these props. And I can already tell you there are a couple. But I wanted to talk also about the props lobby. There's some basketball in here. But basically how this works is you select 2, 3, or 4 player props and you create a lineup, right? And you can pick however much you want to enter. So let's say you enter $10, right? If you put $10 in and you pick 2 props correctly, not only do you double up, you 3.6x up. That means that a $10 entry wins $36. That's awesome. 3 of 3 correct, 6.2x your entry, $62. 4 of 4, 11. Okay, so look at some of these props. We're going to come back and these are similar, right, to the ones that we see in the contest, except these are a little bit more closer to the true lines. These are more true 50-50 props. So Kelsey receiving yards. You think Kelsey's going to have a big game? You click that over, right? Edwards-Helaire, right? If you think, or David Johnson, you think David Johnson's going to catch balls out of the backfield from Deshaun Watson? Jump all over that. I tell you what, the one I really like, Jordan Akins, over 19.5 receptions yards. So that's just I picked 2 props, right? I get both those right. I 3.6x my money. That is better than anything on DraftKings. That is better than anything on FanDuel. That is better than anything on the crazy props on Monkey Knife Fight. Like, get involved on Thrive Fantasy. I cannot say it enough. It's been one of my more profitable slights, withdrawing a couple of times. Like, it's been just a fantastic site that I've been super excited about using. So we're going to come back to those. Let's look at the big contest again here for NFL. There are smaller entries, right? If you're not sure that you want to play 25, they have a $500 free contest. Why wouldn't you enter that, right? There's a smaller, 10,000, a 20,000 guaranteed contest. I didn't even scroll down far enough to see this. There's a $20,000 guaranteed contest with 19 people in it. Oh, this is for Sunday. Yeah, this is for Sunday. We're going to have a video out on Sunday, or actually probably out on Saturday, looking at all these Sunday props. So we'll get there. But yeah, the week 1 NFL $25 contest. So there are 20 options here for props. You need to pick 10. All right. And the goal is to maximize your points, right? If you haven't played here before, the goal is to maximize your points. So let's look at what this would look like for the quarterbacks first. We'll look at the quarterback props because that's what I have up on the NFL Research Station. If you're not familiar with the NFL Research Station, it's something that we have at DFS Army. And this is a look behind the scenes for our DFS Army VIPs. We see the salaries. Oh, there's our showdown analysis. I was just talking about that earlier. But we have everything in here for the week. And then you can sort and do all that stuff by team or by game, by times that the games are playing, whatever your little heart desires. So if we look at both of these guys, we see that, you got your projections for DraftKings, which, I mean, the scoring is obviously very similar. But that first prop that we had was Deshaun Watson over or 240.5 total passing yards, right? Texans are down. They're a 9-point dog here. So I actually kind of like the fact that we're probably, and they've never been able to run the ball. I like the fact that Watson is at 240, right? I think the over here is absolutely in place. So let's see what the research station has to say. The research station has the line so our week 1 projections have Deshaun Watson throwing the ball 35 times and for 260 yards, a 1.6 touchdowns, and about an interception. So I think that this is a fairly safe over at 95 points. All right, 240 yards. Let me see. I'm going to bring it up here and see the last time that Watson has thrown for under 240 yards in a contest. It's got to be a while. And again, we're talking about a game where they're likely going to be down. So what's Watson going to have to do? He's going to have to throw the ball. I also like the fact that he's probably coming out with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. People are talking about, hey, Watson hasn't, he's not going to be able to do anything without Hopkins. So yeah, we have against Tampa, he threw for 184 yards in a loss. But he did throw for 368 yards against Kansas City in the playoffs last year, and then 280 the first time. We want points. Obviously, 10 more points for the under is good, but anytime that you can get a prop on Thrive around 100 points, you are really crushing. So that's like a lock and load for me. That 22.5 completions, though, right? That's right on the line. So that's a real true coin flip. That's one that, I'm not really feeling right now. I got 18 other props that I can look at. Maybe we'll come back to that one. Let's see some of these Patty Mahomes props. Okay, so we've got Mahomes for 310 passing yards. Over is 90, under is 110. I got 314 on Mahomes. All right, well, let's now take a look and see, hey, has Mahomes thrown for under 300 yards recently? As recently as the playoffs and the Super Bowl. He only threw over 314 yards, 3 times last year, up back to week 6. That's pretty incredible. So I actually like the under on this. The other reason I like the under, or 310 yards, sorry, not 314. But I like the under just based on, I kind of think that they're going to get up early, and then it's going to be, hey, let's get Clyde Edwards-Helaire the ball. Let's get Darrell Williams the ball, or Darrell Williams. So I like the under on Mahomes here. Pass TDs and interceptions, 3.5 is a lot. We've got him as 2.5 and a half of an interception. That's still not quite there. I kind of like the under here. Now, could Mahomes go off and have an absolute day? Yes, absolutely. But I think 3.5, like I said, 3 touchdowns. He's basically got to throw either 4 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns and a pick. So I like the under. This is one that we're going to maybe come back to, right? If we find more that we like, yes, we'll get involved. And the other thing that you need to start thinking through here now is, okay, if Mahomes is going to be under 3.5 total TDs, now when we look at, maybe some of these receiving props, okay, that's your play into like what we're thinking, right? Or if I think that he's going to be under 310 yards, well, there's not a ton of yards to go around. So definitely, you want to correlate similar to an irregular DFS lineup. All right, now we are going to check out the running back matchups. All right, we'll bring up here again. This is the full slate in our research station that we use for our DFS Army VIPs. Again, you guys are getting a little look behind the scenes. So we got David Johnson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, we got Duke Johnson, we got Darrell Williams, and that's the thing about these backfields right now is they're pretty muddy, right? Is Clyde Edwards-Helaire like Clyde's a stud? He was an excellent college running back. He hasn't played a preseason game yet. Are they just going to give him the rock as a 3-down back? We know that Andy Reid in the past has pulled guys for missing blocks, for dropping the ball on the ground. So, it's possible that we see a situation where Helaire, who's going to be super high owned in DFS, and these props are going to be pretty high on as well, that we see him maybe not play as much as we're expecting. So right now what we've got for rush attempts is our projections have we have Edwards-Helaire at about 12 rush attempts for almost 60 yards. All right. Let's go down to Clyde. So total rushing and receiving yards for Helaire. What do we got? We got 60 for the rushing. And we've got him at, that's a great line. 90. We got him at 3 receptions for 28. I actually think that maybe my boy Darrell Williams gets in on third down a little bit more. For me, I think it's the under. It's a coin flip. And then are we going to get him into the end zone here? Is he going to get his first touchdown of the year? I don't mind the over, but that's not one I'm going to jump on right now. If we go back to David Johnson now, 62.5 total rush yards. So we have him going under that. The question is like, what do we got? What kind of David Johnson are we going to see here? Are we going to see the washed up guy from last year, or are we going to see the stud from 2-3 years ago? The Texans have never been able to run the ball. Are they all of a sudden now gonna find a stud running back and hammer it? I don't think so. For me, again, close to a coin flip, but I really like Johnson on the under here for the rush yards. All right. And then we go to touchdowns, right? I'm not on the David Johnson scoring a touchdown train. His equity is about 0.6, which is a little bit over, but I'm going to take the under on DJ scoring. As we go to wide receivers, the first wide receiver that I want to talk about is Brandon Cooks. All right. He is injured. It is possible that he does not play. All right. If he does not play, then if you have one of these props with Cooks, what it's going to do is it's going to go to your ice play. You're in case of emergency. All right. So I really think the edge here with Cooks is to play the unders on both of them because of the points that we have. And if he gets iced out, or if he's out, we use the ice play. Who cares, right? But if he gets in the game and is less than 100%, even if he's out there as a DK, all he's going to do is play one snap. Now he qualifies, all right? So if he plays one snap and then comes out because he re-aggravates his quad injury, those unders, cash him, baby. So I like playing both of these unders. All right. I really do. I think that those are two really, really excellent plays. Even if, and if he doesn't play, what do? It just goes to our in case of emergency picks. Easy peasy. All right. Let's see what we have for his actual projections here. Go away. Go Houston, Kansas City. Scroll up. All right, so Brandon Cooks, like I said, he is hurt, dealing with quad injury. Our week 1 projections of him fully healthy are 4.1 and 57. Even fully healthy, I take the unders on these, right? I love that play. So far we have picked Scroll to the bottom. I've got 8 of my 10 picked. And remember, those 2 ice picks are going to be really important. As we continue to go down, I think Will Fuller scores, and I don't think it's close. I love the 130 points here. The research station has him at 0.4 touchdowns. That's a little low, in my opinion. Who else is Deshaun Watson going to throw to? Again, talking about correlation, right? So we've got Watson at over 240 yards. We go back down to Fuller here, and I can take the over on 100 yards at 100 points. Easy. All right. So now I got my 10 of 10. All right. And we haven't even talked about anybody else. So if I was going to now come back through and say, okay, where am I safe kind of points? 7.5 total points for Fairbairn. That means he's got to kick at least 2 extra points and 2 field goals. I don't mind it. I'd rather, if it was Butker, I'd be all over it. Let's look at this prop with Mecole Hardman, right? 2.5 total receptions. The wide receivers for Kansas City are always really, really tricky to project, right? Hardman's got a ton of touchdown upside, but they just spread the ball around so much. But we have him right at 2.5. It's a coin flip, but I think that's going to be one of my ice picks. Is I'm going to take the over. I'm going to take that Hardman takes 3 catches. That seems pretty easy. I don't really want to touch any. I love Tyreek Hill this week. I think he's a fantastic play. But I just don't want to. It's again so high. We do have him at 5.3 receptions. What's the line here? 3.5 total receptions. But the over is only 70 points, right? If that was a straight, 5 and I was getting 110 points, then yeah, I'm jumping all over it. Darren Fells, all right? I think personally that Jordan Akins is the tight end of the future here, and they are going to start really feeding him the ball. So I want to see what the projections say, but I am very interested in this Darren Fells under 20 yards, essentially. 2 catches, 19.6. Yeah, I'm going to take the under. That's my other ice, or one of my other ices. Okay. Again, Fairbairn, I don't love this TD prop for Hilaire because it's rush or reception. Reception yards for Hill. Like, he could bust 77 in a spot. You take the over. That's great. But Hill's floor is like 2, right? So not very interesting for me. Again, I don't mind the Kelsey prop. It's fine. I think that Watkins probably has a day. It seems like when teams really focus, that's what happens to the Chiefs a lot. You have to focus on 1 or 2 of their weapons, and it opens up stuff underneath for guys. So I'm actually going to go on the one of my other ice picks are going to be, I'll take the over here. I don't mind the over for Tyreek, but I am out of ice picks. So now I submit, pay now, boom, I am in. So now I'm in for that contest. All right. Let's take a look at the prop lobby. We go back to the props lobby. Again, you pick 2 of 2 correct, you win 3.6x. You pick 3 of 3 correct, you win 6.2. So let's look at some of these, right? Deshaun Watson, 271. We talked about this one already. I think it's a great prop. We got him at 260. I just think he's going to throw the ball a ton here. What else do we got? Kelsey at 69.5. Sammy Watkins at 41.5. Like, I think that's a take the over all day, right? What's our projections say? We've got Watkins at 45. The prop is at 41. Yeah, I'm in. David Johnson receptions yards, 22.5. I really love the Will Fuller over. And we talked about Akins. I really love the Akins over as well. So now I've got 3 of 3, and I'm looking to what? 3.6x my money? I mean, why don't we just go all in here, boys? Let's do the 4 of 4. Now, if we were being smart, right, we'd just play 2 of 2s, and we'd play 1 2 of 2, 2 2 of 2s, 3 2 of 2s, and just kind of mix and match in this prop lobby. But for the sake of the article or the sake of the video, I'm going 4 for 4. And the other one I'm going to play is, I got Sammy Watkins over. I'm going to take the Mahomes under on 299. Let's do it. I click submit, right? Again, if you've never played here before, I play 10 for 110 possible winnings. Like, it's that easy, you guys. Again, look at the contests. Is there any NBA tonight? It's Wednesday. Oh, it's already locked. Can we get these props? What are these NBA props for? Tonight, right? You got Jeremy Grant points. You got Paul Millsap. Like, you can use your projections on whatever, even if you don't use DFS Army, right? We have those NBA projections, but if you use some other site, like, you can go in and now look at what your projections say and then make a gut play and say, like, okay, I'm going to take the over on this. Or I'm going to take the under and make that play, whether it's NBA, whether it's NFL, So that's kind of how I am going to attack this NFL contest tomorrow. Again, I love this. I love the format. And right now, we'll look at 56 out of 450. I'm going to be entering more lineups here in a second because that sweet overlay. A reminder of, if you are not a DFS Army subscriber and you want to get a free month of DFS Army, sign up for Thrive, put your promotional code DFS Army in, send that to fffootballgeek@gmail.com. And now you get access to a free month of DFS Army. You want to get entered into my Madden contest? Sign up, put that code in, DFS Up North, and then you get entered and send me a screenshot of it, and now you're in to win that free copy of Madden. You just want to play on Thrive Fantasy and get that sweet 100% deposit bonus with only a 4 times rollover. Just do it. If you're already on there, it doesn't matter. This isn't for new subscribers. This is for everybody. New subscribers get it too, but this is for everybody. They are just going all out for week 1, and I am so excited to be partnered with them for the prop playbook. We will be back here on Saturday talking about this NFL week 1 contest, right? Now this one, right, is to $20,000. So what's our prize payouts? Guys, 900-person contest, $5,000 first. Like, these are so winnable. The other one here, where am I at? Sunday, TDs only, right? Another $20 contest. But this one, all the props are just about TDs. Everything's at a half, right? So are they going to score a TD or are they not going to score a TD? And you make that decision. Some of them are receptions and rush yards. Like, what a fun format. Like, we're just worried about touchdowns. Who do we think is going to have a touchdown, right? And there's all the way up to next week's on 10, no rake on next week's Thursday. Is that for this Thursday too? No, $10,000 guarantee. But again, there's not a better site out there to put your money into, make money, withdraw it, make money again, withdraw it. Honestly, this is such a gold mine. Get on Thrive Fantasy. Tell them I sent you. DFS Up North. That gets you into that Madden contest, that Madden random drawing. And let's have a fantastic week 1 NFL. I'm so excited for tomorrow. You know what? Actually, don't join. I want all the overlay for myself. All right. Cheers, boys and girls. Hit me up on Twitter @DFS Up North is where you can find me. Have a great one.